this is a Mill Creek box set that I'm going to go over and review. So this is the Golden History of Hollywood collection. It has over 45 hours of content. Now, if you want to know the exact runtime of all the content, at the bottom here, right there, you can't see it, but it says approximate running time 46 hours and 56 minutes, and it's presented in color and in black and white. So, what you get in this set, now this set runs about $18. If you want a more in-depth review of the contents within this set, go to my main channel, Kabam Studios, where I reviewed all the documentaries within this set in 3 separate videos on the topic. So, you get DVD plus digital. Now, most of the digital codes I have not used because I don't have Mill Creek's streaming service, so I kind of just throw away the digital codes with that. So what you got in here is 4 discs on, now this is Hollywood's Greatest Screen Legends, 50 of the best actors and actresses of all time, which I would argue some of these people are some of the most important people to live in Hollywood of all time. But can you really say a lot of these old-time actors are some of the best ones? Because I know when I watch a lot of older movies, they're really corny and kind of cheesy by today's standards. Now we have higher standards for acting, and people actually have to do a lot more to give great performances. And so, you know, these older actresses, yeah, they were great for the time, but they're not really the greatest of all time anymore, I would say. That's just me. I don't know if some people would disagree with that, but, you know, I'm not denying these people's credits and what they did. And some of these people legitimately are, like, one of them is like Jack Nicholson, which is one of my favorite actors of all time. So there's disc 1, disc 2. Now these all have the same exact artwork as their cover, and there's 4 of them, so no additional artwork. And again, they're stacked just like this in the case. Would have been nice for flippers. I understand why they wouldn't do that. There you go. That's case 1. Here's the back. It's got a list of all the celebrities on each disc, which is nice. I really appreciate that. Because, you know, if I didn't remember someone and I'm like, who is that person? I can go right on the back, look up their name, look up the films they've been in, and check out more films. Again, this is 4 disc stacked, all the same artwork here for this set, which is the Hollywood's Best and Brightest. And then disc 1, disc 2, disc 4, all listed on the back. And this also came with digital. Now, if you want to know the runtime of this set here, it's about 21 hours and 13 minutes. This one here is about 12 hours and 43 minutes. And then this one is 80 years, goes to the Academy Awards, digital. Again, this is 3 discs stacked and not 2 because this is a significantly shorter documentary. This does not have all the Academy Award winners it talks about, because it talks about so many different ones. We're not just talking about films that won Best Picture, but all the categories and things like that, and how that changes over time. 13 hours and 9 minutes. So that is what you're dealing with. These are all DVDs, no Blu-ray. There's no Blu-ray edition of this. So now, as regards to picture quality, the picture quality here is not good. It's actually kind of poor. It's very low quality. The thing is, Mill Creek tends to put out box sets of public domain stuff that they own the rights to because it's public domain. Because, well, actually, technically nobody owns the rights to because it's public domain. But, you know, you get the point. They put the stuff out because it's public domain and they don't have to pay licensing fees, right? Because if someone who's not Paramount wanted to put out SpongeBob, they have to pay a licensing fee. And so to get the rights to do that, they want to do that. And it's annoying to do that, you know, for Mill Creek. You know, enjoy getting the rights to things because, you know, I mean, there are tons of things that other companies will never put out, and they put it out and they make good money off of it. They actually how Mill Creek gets the rights to things is they go to auctions. And when they go to these auctions, there'll be a company who says, look, I got this HD version of Battlefield Earth. I put it up on streaming. That's why we spent the money remastering it. Now look, we don't want to put it out on Blu-ray. Does someone else want the rights to it? And they go to an auction, they auction off the rights. Mill Creek will win the rights. And it's just, you know, they do that. And it's a great thing. Because a lot of things that will probably never get put out on Blu-ray. And so yeah, that's a big thing there. And I like, and so that's a great thing. However, box sets like this get put out there, and look, regardless of quality, if something's out there like this, I feel like every movie should be put out on Blu-ray or DVD at some point, because every film deserves to be seen by an audience. I mean, as much as I trash a lot of movies and talk about a lot of movies that are bad, there's always someone out there who's like, I love that movie, it's my favorite movie, and I may not understand it. And there are some films that, if I could erase from existence, I probably would. But, you know, I can't really do that. So you just got to live with the bad films, you know. And this box set really does a great... and the box set is not very expensive. You know, other companies, when they put out something like this, they would charge like $30, $40, $18. We're talking 46 hours plus of documentaries about Hollywood and the golden history of Hollywood and all these famous people. Orson Welles, Rita Hayworth, Burt Reynolds, Jack Nicholson, you know, all these amazing talents. And they put them on this box set of documentaries. And so, yeah, the picture quality not be the greatest, but at the price and the way they put this out and the way they present it, this looks super nice. This is a really well-designed box set, you know. And yeah, I would prefer there wouldn't be flippers. But listen, the DVDs, Mill Creek, this is how they put out things at affordable prices, okay? Is they make them budget releases, and budget means that not only they make them budget price for you to be able to afford at a lower price, but they make them budget price for them to produce. And it's different from other companies where they stack discs, because look at this. Here, Cobra Kai. This is a Sony release. Sony stacks their discs. It's not just Mill Creek, you know, who does this. But this is an actual good show, and it's high quality picture, and there's 4 discs, and they didn't bother to put flippers. We're talking about a box set of 46 hours plus of content that I paid the same price I just paid for 2 seasons of 4 disc stacked. Okay, this set has 11 disc and 46 hours of content, and this here has 591 minutes. So 591 minutes. So it's an hour and a half. Point is, that's like significantly less than how much this is, and they're charging the same price. They're making a budget release, okay? The point is, yes, the quality is not always the greatest, but at least someone's putting it out there. At least it's at an affordable price. So yeah, there's pros and cons here, because if they spent more money and made it a bigger release, kind of just look at comparisons to their DVD complete series sets to the Blu-rays ones, right? Charlie's Angels, $80 or $60, depending on where you look, right? Because they spent more money, everything has its individual disc, they made original artwork, they did all kinds of stuff like that. You know, that is something more that they spent money on, but then you look at some of their other box sets, and they're all like on little paper sleeves and things, but $20 for like 5-6 seasons for some shows, you know? And so, yeah, it has its pros and cons, but I think this documentary series, isn't the greatest. I do appreciate, but I'm glad it's being put out there. I'm glad a company is saying, yeah, we'll do this. And the picture quality is low. The disc being stacked isn't the greatest, but at least it's out there. And there is no way to really make these look better. This is probably the best they will ever look, especially since Mill Creek isn't going to go try to clean up something that's public domain, you know? And I don't blame them. And since it's, and so this is the best they will probably ever look. I think if you're interested in this box set, pick it up. I recommend it. I if you're interested in it at least.